we're like 40% of the year done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we still haven't hit 100K Bitcoin yet, right?
Mm.
We've hit 74 on the halvening pump along with ETF money.
Yep.
First time that's kind of happened really before usually we don't break the all-time high until like a couple months or 6 months after the halvening anyway, realistically.
Yeah, actually it was in November of I think 2020, when we broke Bitcoin's 19,900 or something like that.
Because it was like happening for that cycle was 19, right? It was in 2019?
No, it was in
March of 2020.
March of 2020. Yeah. So
that was the Litecoin
or May.
I'm thinking of the Litecoin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like May of 2020. But yeah, like that would be like the end of this year. So the fact that Bitcoin's as high as it is quite nice.
It's quite nice. So there's a lot more money, and there's now a fresh pool of capital that's just silent. I call it the Coinbase effect in a way, where like right now there's one thing on the Coinbase app that everyone can buy, and that's just Bitcoin.
Yeah,
they're gonna add Ethereum. This is why I call this sort of a 2017 cycle. And I'll be talking a lot about that in the course. But still, we're not going to let that honey dick us from not taking a little bit off the table before, if this is still left translated somehow, which I'm very doubtful.
Yeah,
but still.
Here's the thing that I'm kind of hoping will happen. I think it's very possible to happen based on the other ways and different things is I hope that crypto Twitter fakes itself out with the left translated cycle narratives in the sense that Elliott wave, what we could get is a top of a wave 3 of 5, right? And when we get up to the top of a wave 3 from 5, that would be, let's say, $140,000 Bitcoin. Then we break down, go down below 100,000 again. People say it's over. We got a left translated cycle.
Right.
Then we hit a bottom. They forget to accumulate. We go back above 100K, and then we go towards 180 to $200,000 Bitcoin in 2025, second half.
That's where men are going to be made.
Well, exactly.
If you can catch,
right. And that's the same thing as summer of 21.
Yep.
The only difference this time, then people will be like, they won't get the bottom. It'll start to pump and they'll say, oh, this is just like 2021 again. I'm not going to buy in. It gets close to the previous all-time high of 140, let's say, just for numbers. And they're like, I'm not going to get in because it's going to be a double top. Then it goes to 150, 160. They're like, shit, I should have got in. It's going higher. It's going to 300. They buy in. It goes up another 10K and then it crashes, shit like that. So I could see that narrative totally happening, which would actually be great because most of, I think, crypto Twitter would actually probably bite that hook, line, and sinker from Wall Street. So,
and it's not really like
Mike.
Go ahead.
Bob Lucas does have a couple connections with Wall Street through Peter Brandt too, actually.
Right. But that's really the main purpose, because dude, half these chart dudes wouldn't even know what a left translated cycle is. Let's just be honest.
Oh, yeah.
All they've charted is crypto essentially. And
Bob Lucas is from the Forex market.
Yeah, but no, I wasn't talking to him.
I just regular.
The regular crypto. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking
all the DJs, all the left side of the bell curve.
Most of them haven't even studied much. I mean, much other than just a couple of the basics and stuff. They haven't.
Right, they're cheap. They just like quack whatever they hear.
So they're like, all right, I need a narrative that doesn't sound stupid, makes me sound smart. What can I say? Oh, Bob Lucas dropped a new alpha today. Let's listen. Left translated cycle, bro. Left translated cycle. And they're like, bah, left translated.
Well, and that's the thing that I really like, about like, there's people who try to basically just copy trade versus people who tried to learn. Right. Because if you're actually trying to learn how this stuff works in the market, you'll make money. You'll be able to do it. But if you just copy trade people, like we joke around about it and say like, hey, just copy what we do and stuff like that. But we do want you guys to like actually take the next leap and do your own research.
Right.
If we don't say just do your own research as like a trope to be like, it's not our fault, but it's more like, if you guys actually do the work, right, you tend to make a shit ton more money. So I think like, it's just 80% of people stink at investing. So they're just going to be lemmings that copy. And they're going to copy the narratives when it comes to like fundamentals as well. They're going to say basically like, hey, government person said this. Okay, so that's why it's happening, right? And it might be that BlackRock did something totally different in the background. We just don't know. So like, it's one of those things where it's like, man, people are just so dumb. But I mean, if you go back to reminiscences of a stock operator,
I mean, humans are just dumb. And we're
predictable. Yeah.
We just keep doing the same.
That's why the casinos always win.
The house always wins, man. Best ending.